that clerk office, they'll send that off on.
Right. And then in a couple of months, you will receive an updated birth certificate.
Right.
Right.
And then the parents agreement.
While you there, you gonna ask them to notarize that too.
All right, when they notarize that, they'll put it in a file, or they give me a copy and they get her a copy. Which one?
They're gonna give you both the copies. There is no file yet.
Okay, so we get a copy. I get a copy. She get a copy.
Right.
And then, so we gotta keep that to that. We keep that at the house, then, can't we?
Right. And then if the event comes up where you decide you want to go for custody, full-time custody, then you will have that. You'll have your birth certificate. You'll have your custody agreement of what y'all agreed to. And then you will be having records of all the things why you feel like you would be the better parent. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it one step forward for you. And I'm going to create a list of items that you should be looking for if you suspect neglect.
Such as what?
Such as maybe you arrived at the house and you noticed that the child was crying profusely and you didn't know why. And maybe you decided you were going to change her pamper and you noticed that she was irritated down below. That would be something that if you're not, something you may not be paying attention to. Or maybe she got a cut on her. Or just little things that I don't know what the list going to come up with. Is she dehydrated? Is she eating on a regular schedule? You asking probing questions like that whenever you're talking to her. So maybe I'll get some prompts for you to gather information like, how old was the baby when the baby was born? Do you know?
How old?
Not how old, how much weight?
I don't even know.
So that would be a question, right? Maybe so you can direct the conversations whenever you get on the phone. I'm going to create you a little questionnaire because you don't know much. And right now you got to establish a record. So say for an example, now she said, oh, she was 8 pounds. And next thing you know, next month, because you ain't going to the doctors, you don't know that the baby is struggling with keeping the weight up. Well, what's the problem? Now you like, oh, my baby only gained 2 pounds. Well, statistically, the baby's supposed to gain 6 pounds or 8 pounds. What's happening here? I just want to get questions so that you can start to gather information, because from what you told me earlier, you said you suspect she wasn't feeding that baby on a regular schedule, right?
Right.
That would be a argument, so to speak. But you ain't gonna know these things if you ain't asked her. The next question could be, so when the baby go to the doctor again? And she fumbling and not answering. Or, can I go to the doctor with you, with the baby? You want to know. See, these are questions. And then you might realize she ain't took the baby to the doctor in 3 months.
Baby ain't 3 months years old yet.
I know, but I'm giving you scenarios so that you can start probing and knowing about the welfare of your child. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Said the baby goes to the doctor on the 12th.
Okay. You want to report. How many pounds did the baby gain? You going to write that down in your little journal. Go get a little journal. Maybe a small one that can fit in your pocket or in your car so that you can be getting information. Or another thing would be, I guess it's okay. But she wasn't around for 3 hours because the baby was with another adult. But say you go down there one time and ain't no adults around. You got to document that shit. You got to take pictures. You got to prove that you are the better parent. And she may not like it, but you might have to act, that you going to have to be a little grimy and get what you need. But you got to stay calm, okay? Because if she isolates you, it's going to make it harder, kind of what she did to you during the whole pregnancy. You was a crazy man.
I'm crazy. I'm just trying to see what's going on.
I know, but she was still driving you a little crazy, meaning, I think your feelings probably was a little hurt, disappointed that you invested time into her and all of that kind of stuff. That's all. And you still don't know what's going on. Do you still suspect she's seeing another woman or no?
Yeah, that woman, she be down there. Every time I'm down there, she down there. Set beside each other and all kinds of shit. So, whatever your heart see, what your eyes see, your heart must believe, right?
Kind of, I guess.
Yeah, man. Shit.
I guess that's what you're saying. So,
that Sunday that she tried to hold my baby, I took my baby to come in. I don't know where she come from. And she was holding the baby. My baby mama, she was holding it. She walk over there and try to grab the baby. Girl, get my baby.
She was trying to grab the baby while you was there.
My mama was doing something to her, and she had come from somewhere out back somewhere, and she was kind of come on and get the baby. But get my motherfucker. My damn baby, girl, stay wrong with you.
And that's how you be talking. And that's how you be talking.
Yeah, that's how I talk. I said, girl, get my baby. Get my damn baby.
Leave a message.
Come and grab my baby. Well, she got it out of her hand. Trying to grab it, get it out of her hand.
Okay, so let's go ahead and recap. So the first thing we're going to do is, we established that you're not going to change the child's name. You just want to add your name to the birth certificate to establish custody. I prepared the form for that. And that has to go down to the clerk of court office. And the clerk of court will send it to the vital statistics office. Then the same documents I'm going to send you is the next set would be the custody documents. And we've established that you want custody. You're going for at least 50% custody right now. You want to have every other weekend from Friday to Monday. You want to have the major holidays 3 weeks a month for the summer, and every other holiday, Christmas and weekend, Christmas and New Year's will be rotated. And you also will be adding the child to your health insurance policy and health insurance policy. And you will be and so as far as any monetary money right now, you're saying that you will ensure that the baby has the necessities that's required when the child is in your care and in the mother's care, meaning you're going to be purchasing formula, clothes, shoes, and whatever extracurricular activities that the mother sees fit to put the child in. You see how that sound?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Okay.
You got to add the tax in there every other year.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to figure out how to put it in there. Maybe I'll put it under the income or some kind of way. I'll figure it out, and then, like I said, if you go ahead and get it to her to sign it, and y'all go down to the clerk's office and get the documents notarized. Then at this point, it's going to be a waiting game because I believe you should establish enough information first prior to trying to go and get custody, meaning you need to put yourself in investigative mode, be nice, and go there with your intentions on seeing yourself as the better and the most fit parent. And the things that I hate to say that you may not approve of your child being in a certain condition, you have to be able to convince a judge or a mediator that you would be the better parent. So what makes you the better parent right now? Right now you have a full-time job, you have a commercial driver's license, which also attests that you don't have a drug or alcohol problem. You also have a home, and you also have a room that the child can have her own room. Okay. You have a valid driver's license, and you have two vehicles from what I could see at your place when I went there. In the future, your place is a appears to be a safe environment where the child will have a yard to play in, as well as a spacious home in order to grow with her other sibling who will be there every other weekend, probably maybe the same weekend with her. So she has a sibling also involved, um, that lives with you part time. So that's going to say a lot about your character. And I just want you to establish enough validity to take the child away from the mother. It's not an easy thing to do, but under the circumstance that you suspect drugs, negligence, on behalf of the mother, then that's another story. Is the child in your best interest or her best interest? And the reason why we are being proactive is we don't want her to go out and establish any kind of social service benefits as if you are a missing parent, because you're not missing. So we're going to get them documents done this week. Do you anticipate that you want to meet up this weekend, or are you still working on me just putting them in the mail?
Well, what would be the fast?
Well, the fastest, damn it, is me meeting you halfway or something like that. You gonna have to give me some gas. I don't mind driving, but you will have to give me some gas, or maybe we can meet halfway. Because if we meet halfway, it will be maybe an hour and some change each way for us, and you will have them in your hands, so that on Monday morning you can get up and go down to the courts and have the documents notarized.
I want a fast way.
Well, then we're gonna plan to see each other sometime between Friday and Sunday. You work on Saturday, so it's probably gonna be Hey, do you know where you're going? Do you know where you're going on Saturday?
Go to Greenfield.
Oh, so is that that's out of the way? Because I was like, are you ever coming this towards Fayetteville? Is there a place I can meet you at? But I don't know. Greenville, I got to look on the map. That's not close. So let's just plan for maybe Sunday morning or something. We could just decide we're going to wake up and you get in the car with you and your baby girl and we'll meet halfway or something.
We'll do that Sunday.
Okay. All right, then. So just relax. So when the last time you saw her?
Monday.
Monday, and that's when she was acting out. And you haven't heard from her since?
No, I ain't heard from her since Monday. I'm gonna call her later on.
Have you tried calling? Or had you tried calling, or you just gave her a break yesterday?
I gave her a break yesterday.
Okay.
I'll call her today though.
All right, be nice. Like I said, at this point, just bite your tongue and be nice because I don't want her to get vindictive and ain't no telling what she got going on with that other relationship and that woman in her ear. So and both of them ain't got no job probably and that's crazy. All right then, so we'll talk a
All
little
right,
bit later, okay?
all right.
All right, take care. Bye. So that is DNA test plus beyond paternity tests. At times we find that there is certain nuances that come up after you receive a paternity test. And so this was a situation where this young man, we actually built a long-term relationship since February. He suspected that maybe this child was not his, but it turned out to be his. And the mother is not really the best parent from what I can gather or from what he says. But there are some things that need to be done beyond the paternity test, like establishing legal custody, establishing a name change or removing a name from a birth certificate, adding a child to an inheritance, or being able to get Social Security in the event that the child may have a disability or one of the parents is has been deemed either incapable. It could be what you call it. Disability, or if a parent has passed away, that would be another reason why you would need to be on the birth certificate. It could be either a trust that you want to establish a trust for a child, or even something in a will. So there's many things that you would particularly need a DNA test for, a legal DNA test for. And then there are steps after the test, and whatever the results are revealed. There are steps that you have to take in order to legitimize everything. So, anyways, maybe when this video gets out there and someone hears, a typical conversation beyond a paternity test, then you'll know what else has to be done on the back end. Furthermore, I am at DNA Test Plus. .com. I'm also going to be building my business, and I want to look for some affiliates in other states that would like to start a mobile testing business for a very select few people. I'm basically going to give you the business, and I'm going to ask that you donate to my nonprofit organization. I have a humanitarian goal that I have to meet according to prophecy. And so part of that means that you have to give in order to receive. And what I'm hoping is that you would begin to have an experience with the people that you'll be serving, and that it will serve you well as help you to gain some extra income um, in your pocketbook. So whether you're a male or a female and you may come across this video at some point, feel free to reach out to me at dnatestplus.com, or you can call us on our 833-392-6662. We're talking about setting up a mobile testing business service. Very lucrative. It may not appear to be that way, but it can be if you work it. And the fact that I believe that it's going to serve you well when you begin to make connections with the people that you will be providing these services to. So I'll end on that note. This is your Freedom Queen, and I'm on a mission. Bye.